Hello students, in this class we are going to discuss about diffraction through spherical mirrors. In last class we studied about prism. So prism is a homogeneous, transparent and refracting medium which is bounded with two planed surface inclined at an angle. That angle is known as angle of prism. Okay, so the formula for angle of prism is A equal to R1 plus R2. Then we studied deflection. Deflection del equal to I plus E minus E, where I means incident angle, E means emergent angle, which is coming out from the prism. Then we solved some numericals based on prism. Okay. Then we studied factors depends on angle of deviation, that is refractive index directly proportional to angle of deflection. Then angle of prism directly proportional to angle of deflection. Wavelength of light inversely proportional to angle of deflection. Then angle of incidence. So angle of incidence have peculiar property. For some angle, the angle of deflection will increase. At one particular angle, the angle of deflection is equal to angle of incidence. After that particular angle of deflection will increase rapidly. Okay, so it forms a curve. It looks like parabola but not a exact parabolic, so it forms a curve. Okay, we saw a graph between angle of deflection and angle of incidence, right? Then we solved one derivation for refractive index of prism, mu p equal to sin del minimum plus a by 2 divided by sin a by 2. Okay, so this class refraction through spherical mirrors. We already studied about refraction in plane mirror. So in plane mirror we studied the actual depth, okay, and apparent depth. So all these concepts comes under refraction through plane mirror. Here we have refraction in a spherical mirror. So we draw one spherical mirror. Okay, this is our spherical mirror. Here we have center axis. And our object is placed here. Object O. So light coming from the object and it strikes on the mirror. Okay, it strikes on the mirror. So after the refraction, it bends towards normal. From rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards normal. Okay, so the light ray bend towards the normal. So we can draw a normal for this surface and light ray bend towards the normal. So we can say this is our incident angle, angle of incidence, or we can take theta 1, and here angle of refraction we take theta 2. Okay, so this is our pole, and distance between pole and object taken as object distance denoted by u. Okay, when two rays, see this is one ray and this will be another ray, when two rays meet at a point we have image. So for this object we have image here, and distance between pole and the image known as image distance. So this distance, image distance v. Okay, so for this spherical mirror we have center point. That center point known as center of curvature. Okay, for a circle we have a center. Okay, so for if I consider this is a circle, then I have center here. Then the distance between pole and center of curvature known as radius of curvature r. Okay, radius of curvature r. Then it creates some angle, or we can draw a straight line to solve the derivation, and we take this distance is very less distance. Okay, so we consider this point as P dash. We can take this point as M. Okay, this point. As we know, for a circle, if we draw a normal at any point, it goes towards the center. Okay, if I draw normal for this point, then that normal line will goes towards the center. Okay, for any point, if we draw a normal, that normal line goes towards the center. So similarly, this normal line goes towards the center. Okay, it goes towards the center. We can take this angle as alpha, and this angle, okay, angle between normal line and this incident ray is taken as beta, and the refracted ray and this incident ray taken as gamma. Okay, so this glass or this spherical mirror have refractive index n2, and outside we have here refractive index n1. Clear? So in the direction of incident ray, we take the distance positive, and opposite direction we take distance negative. Okay, sign convention. Clear? So in most of the cases, in previous cases, we study refractive index as mu1, mu2. In some of the textbook, it is given n1, n2. So we can follow whatever we can for our convenience. Okay, so you have to study the both n1 and n2 as well as mu1 and mu2. If they ask n1, then you can able to identify it is a refractive index. Okay, so consider the triangle OMC. So this triangle OMC. For this triangle OMC, exterior angle is equal to sum of interior angle. Okay, so what is our exterior angle? Here the exterior angle is theta 2. Okay, so this is normal line and this is refracted ray. So this theta 2 is nothing but angle of refraction. So in this triangle OMC, okay, triangle OMC, this angle is theta 2 and this angle alpha, and here we have beta. Correct? For triangle OMC. So exterior angle equal to sum of opposite interior angle. Clear? So theta 2 equal to alpha plus beta. Okay, then triangle MCI. Okay, MCI. We have a triangle like this. Okay, so for triangle MCI, I take this is our exterior angle beta. So this beta equal to opposite to interior angle. That is, here we have theta 2 and here we have gamma. So beta equal to theta 2 plus gamma. Okay, from this equation we take theta 2 equal to beta minus gamma. We consider all the rays are paraxial. All rays are paraxial. So for paraxial we take sin theta equal to tan theta. Correct? So for the paraxial ray, we can apply tan theta. So first we apply tan alpha for this triangle. Okay, triangle OMP dash. So if I apply tan alpha, the trigonometric function is opposite by adjacent. Okay, so opposite is nothing but height. Okay, this MP dash is height. So we can take MP dash h divided by p dash o. P dash o is nothing but u, object distance. Okay, actually the object distance from p to o, but we consider p dash o. Okay, because it is a curved surface, we cannot be able to apply trigonometric function for a curved surface. We only apply the function for perfect triangle. Okay, so for that we straighten this curve, and this distance is negligible, very very small distance. So for all our calculation, we take p dash is our height, m p dash is our height. So with this line we form different triangles. Okay, so our p dash o is nothing but object distance u. And here the important point, we have to apply the sign convention also. So sign convention, this is our incident ray and distance is opposite to the incident ray. Okay, incident ray going right side, and our distance is in left side, opposite to the incident ray. So for that we take negative. Clear? Then tan beta. So tan beta for this triangle MCP dash. So opposite by adjacent. Correct? So opposite is H, adjacent P dash she, that is R, radius of curvature. So for adjacent I take R. And we have to apply sign convention. So R is in the direction along with the direction of incident ray. Okay, right side. So we take positive. So height here positive. Why? Because it is above the principal axis. If height is above the principal axis, we take positive. If height is below the principal axis, we take negative. So height is positive here because which is above the principal axis. Then tan gamma, next triangle. For triangle IMP dash. So opposite H, adjacent P dash I. P dash I is nothing but image distance. So image distance also right side. So we take plus B. Okay. So we apply Snell's law for this ray for the first interface. Apply Snell's law. So first medium, it's refractive, its angle. So first medium is air and its refractive index N1. Then its angle is sine theta 1. Okay. Then next medium, its angle. So next medium N2 glass, its angle is sine theta 2. So here we take theta 1 and theta 2 are very small. So for sine theta 1, we take it as theta 1. Similarly for sine theta 2, we take it as theta 2 because it is very small. So substitute this value here. N1 instead of sine theta 1, we take theta 1. And here for sine theta 2, we take theta 2. Then substitute the value of theta 1 and theta 2 from here. So actually the exterior angle here is, theta 1, I think. Wait a minute. Our exterior angle is theta 1. Yes. Okay. So we take, this is theta 1. And this theta 1 is equal to alpha plus beta. So here we have theta 1. Theta 1 is alpha plus beta. Instead of theta 1, I substitute alpha plus beta equal to N2. Instead of theta 2, we take beta minus gamma. So here the angle alpha, beta, gamma very very small. Okay, alpha, beta and gamma very very small. So instead of alpha, we take tan alpha. For beta, we take tan beta. For gamma, we take tan gamma. Okay. So substitute tan alpha here, N1. Tan alpha. Instead of alpha, substitute tan alpha. So what is the value of tan alpha? Here we already solved with the triangles. So tan alpha is h by minus u. So h by minus u. Okay. Plus we have beta. So instead of beta, we take tan beta. and we already found tan beta value h by r equal to n2 beta minus alpha. So beta is tan beta h by r minus gamma is h by v. Okay, so all the h value will get cancelled, correct? So we left with n1 1 by minus u plus 1 by r equal to n2 1 by r minus 1 by v. Okay, then multiple n1 inside, so n1 by r, I take this r minus n1 by u equal to n2 by r minus n2 by v. Okay, the next step, I take v one side and r another side. So here I take this n2 left side of the equation, or I take n2 by r left side of the equation. So we have n1 by r. If this n2 by r comes left side of the equation, it becomes minus n2 by r equal to minus n2 by v. If this minus n1 by u comes right side of the equation, it will become plus, so plus n1 by u. Okay, so for this equation, so for our convenient, we multiply with negative sign both the sides. So we multiply with negative signs, then minus n2 will become plus n2 by r, and it become minus n1 by r equal to n2 by v minus n1 by v, sorry, n1 by u. Okay, so here r is common, here n2 minus n1, sorry, n2 by v minus n1 by u. So we can write n2 by v minus n1 by u equal to n2 minus n1 divided by r. Here r is common. So this is our final answer. We solve some numericals based on this refraction, refraction from spherical surface. So first problem, we have two medium, air and glass. Okay, refractive index of air given 1, refractive index of glass given 1.5. Okay, so light comes from object, and distance between pole and object given as 30 centimeter. Distance between pole and center of curvature given as 10 centimeter. Okay, here we have a spherical surface mirror, a spherical glass. So pause the video, try yourself, very easy problem. Just substitute write the formula, substitute all the value, you will get the answer. Okay, pause the video, write given data first, then write the formula, and then substitute the value, you will get the answer. Done? Okay, so first we write given data. Refractive index value given, refractive index of air 1, and for glass 1.5. Okay, then distance between pole and center of curvature 10 centimeter. So this distance known as radius of curvature, which is 10 centimeter. Then distance between pole and the object given as 30 centimeter. So that is object distance, u equal to 30 centimeter. And then we have to apply sign convention, that is very important. Okay, if the value is opposite to the direction of incident ray, then taken as negative. Value is in same direction of incident ray, taken as positive. Okay, so first comes to this radius of curvature 10 centimeter. So incident ray passing from left to right, radius of curvature also takes from left to right. Okay, so from towards right side we take plus. Then object distance, so this is incident ray, object distance is in opposite direction. Okay, from pole to O object, so we take it as negative. Okay, now write the formula. What is the formula for refraction? n2 by v minus n1 by u equal to n2 minus n1 by r. So substitute n2 value, which one taken as n1, which one taken as n2. When light comes from, so that surface taken as n1, and light goes to, that surface taken as n2. So light comes from air refractive index taken as n1, and light goes to glass refractive index taken as n2. Okay, so n2 is our ng, 1.5 divided by v. We have to find the position and nature of image. Position of image is nothing but image distance, okay, where image is located, minus n1 air for 1, then u is 30 centimeter, consider the sign convention, minus 30 centimeter, equal to n2 minus n1, 1.5 minus 1 divided by r radius of curvature plus 10 centimeter. Okay, so next step, 1.5 by v, minus to minus will become plus 1 by 30. Here we have 0.5 divided by 10. Okay, so we can take 1.5 by v equal to 0.5 by 10. We take 0.5 by 10 and plus 1 by 30 goes to right hand side, minus 1 by 30. Okay, so take LCM for this. 2, 30 into 0.5, we have 15, then 10 into minus 1, minus 10 divided by 30 into 10, 300. So 1.5 by v equal to, we have 5 by 300. Yeah, solve it here. Then if we solve it, 5 by 301, here we have 60. So 1.5 by v equal to 1 by 60. So do the cross multiplication, v equal to 1.5 into 60. So v equal to 90 centimeter. So look at the answer, we have plus 90 centimeter. So plus means in the direction of incident ray. Okay, so plus means in the direction of incident ray. So we have 90 centimeter from pole, like here, somewhat here. So here we have image. So image always forms when two rays meet each other. Okay, image always forms when two rays meet each other. So this is our incident ray. After the refraction, it should goes towards the image. Okay, so this is one ray, then another ray goes straight. When these two rays meet each other, we have image. Okay, so these two rays actually meet. It not appears to meet, it actually meet each other. So if it is actually meet, then we have real. Okay, so option C is correct answer. So next problem, we have water here. Okay, NW means water, refractive index of water 4 by 3, and glass 3 by 2. Distance between pole and center of curvature 10 cm. Distance between pole and object is given as 20 cm. So pause the video, try yourself. Okay, write the formula, substitute the value, you will get the answer. Done. Okay, so first write given data. Refractive index of water NW given 4 by 3, refractive index of glass 3 by 2, and P2O object distance U equal to 20 centimeter, and then center of curvature, radius of curvature distance 10 centimeter. Apply sign convention. Okay, so light comes from object towards right side, so right side distance taken as positive, left side distance taken as negative. So for object distance, it is left side taken as negative, radius of curvature right side taken as positive. Okay, now write the formula. N2 by V minus N1 by U equal to N2 minus N1. Okay, you try yourself, don't look at this note, you try yourself, you will get the answer. So write N2 value, which is taken as N2. Light comes from water, so this water taken as N1. Light goes to glass taken as N2. So for glass, 3 by 2 v we have to find minus n1 4 by 3 u value given as minus 20, so minus 20 equal to n2 minus n1, so 3 by 2 minus 4 by 3 divided by radius of curvature 10 centimeter. Okay, so we have 3 by 2v. Here we have minus 60, minus to minus will become plus, so we have 4 by 60. Okay, 4 by 60 we can cancel this 1 4. Here we have 5 4 into 20. Okay, so we can write it as 1 by 15. Correct, 1 by 15. Yes. Okay, or we can simply take 4 by 60. Okay, 4, here we have 3 into 20 minus 60, minus into minus will become plus, so 4 by 60 equal to, so if you simplify this, take LCM, 2 into 3 6, 3 into 4, sorry, 3 into 3 9, 2 into minus 4 minus 8. Okay, divided by 10. So we can get 3 by 2v, 9 minus 8 1, 1 by 6 by 10, so 6 into 10 we have 60, so 1 by 60. Then this plus 4 by 60 comes to RHS, we have minus 4 by 60, so 3 by 2v equal to, take 60, 1 minus 4 will be minus 3. Okay, so 3 3 get cancelled, then we have 2v equal to minus 60, v equal to minus 30 centimeter. Okay, so we have to find it is real or virtual, because it is asked the nature of image. So this is position of image or image distance. Image distance value we have negative here. So we have image distance minus 30. Minus 30 means the direction is in opposite to the incident ray. So incident ray from left to right, so our image should be possible from right to left. Okay, so here if we measure from pole, we have 30 centimeter, so 30 centimeter towards left side. Okay, so we have somewhat here. Correct, so here our image form, here already 20 centimeter, and from image to pole 30 centimeter. Okay, so here rays don't meet, but rays appears to meet. Okay, if we draw a normal, then rays, it bends towards the normal. Okay, so rays appears to meet. If rays appears to meet, then our nature of image is virtual. Okay, so note down the trick. When u, v are same sign, then we take virtual. If u, v are opposite sign, then we take real. Okay, so object distance, image distance, same sign, we take virtual, nature of image virtual. U, v opposite sign, we take real. Okay, uv same sign we have virtual, uv opposite sign we have real. Okay, so see the first problem. What's our u value? U value minus 30 centimeter. Okay, v value plus 90, so both are opposite sign. Opposite sign means we have real. Okay, so the nature of image is real. Correct. Then second problem, uv same sign, take u minus 20 centimeter, our v value minus 30 centimeter, so both are same sign. If uv same sign, then we have virtual. Clear? So third problem, you do your homework. Okay, here we have convex lens, a convex mirror. So if I form a circle, okay, if you form a circle from the spherical surface, then I have center here. Okay, the only difference between previous problem and this problem, if I form a circle for this curve, I have center here. If I form a circle here, then I have center here. Okay, so center of curvature value given, center of curvature 20 centimeter. Okay, then we have object here, an object distance also given from pole, 40 centimeter. Okay, so rays coming from here in this direction. So all you have to do, write the given data, n1 value given, n2 value given, and P2C radius of curvature, P2O object distance. Okay, so do the sign convention then. Okay, check the sign convention, and then you have to write the formula, this formula, and then substitute value, you will get V, and see V is negative or positive, and do this rule. So according to this rule, you can able to find the nature. Okay, thank you.